Sup, friends? Today we are going to play Dave's Story, man. Let's get it, man. It just dropped today like I thought it would. Oh god, that is loud. Why is it so loud and freaking volume messed me over, bro? Let's be real. As much as you enjoy your new friends, they all seem a little lonely. Like maybe they don't have any friends besides the ones they talk to online. Is online friendship a reasonable alternative to a more traditional face to face friendship? Are relationships, and dare you say families that you choose, not just as important, if not more so than you are able to touch and feel? Damn. Maybe being a little too real. You decide not to think about it too hard. But if you're being honest with yourself, maybe you aren't terribly interested in the greater context of found family and interpersonal relationships in the instant message era. You've got a fever, and the only cure for this disease called friendship is the mildly inconvenience of few teenagers. As much of a delight as it's been to make a young boy face his existential future, rob a woman of her booze stash, and then self-reflect about the value of contextual relationships, it's all felt a little heavy-handed. What you need is an emotional palate cleanser. There are two kids left on this tour de force, and both sound like they'd make exquisite friends. Time to go full on easy mode here. You've heard so much about this guy, you feel like you got this one in the goddamn bag. With confidence, you zap yourself onwards. Oh my god! It's Dave Strider, guys! Oh my god. Oh my god. I love Dave Strider, as you could tell. Okay, let's just, these eyebrows, my dude. Those are some thick eyebrows. Okay, let's do a Dave voice. What am I looking at? Oh, you're already here. Wherever here is, it is blistering hot. You nigh instantly regret your choice of apparel. Why did you instinctively put your hoodie back on over this robe gown? You the mailman or mail person? This must be Dave. Rose mentioned he talked a lot. As you start to explain, it becomes apparent he is having this conversation at you, not with you. Wow, it is unbelievably humid. Person adjacent. Anyway, Egbert told me you'd show up eventually, which I never doubted for a second, since one of the core tenets of the United States Postal Service is that you visit four extremely specific and spread out teenagers while sweating all over yourself. Practically a crime to not be increasingly moist while out here delivering letters on the roof of a skyrise, which, as you know, is the most effective and legal way to drop off the post. Clammier than a New England potluck and wandering around the roof with no package. It is actually really cool how much this kid seems to talk at you, but you are barely listening. Has the sun always been that red? Has the sky always been that wavy? Are you alright? You are hardly alright. You tug at the collar of your soggy mess of a hoodie. This is an overwhelmingly oppressive heat. An almost impenetrable air fills your lungs as you try and take a series of shallower and shallower breaths. The world fades to white. Oh my god. This freaking mailman just passed out, bro. Oh my. This room. This room, Dave. We already know about all this. We know about everything. The freaking game. Oh my god. Oh, oh hell no. Okay. My dog is freaking trying to pull off my socks as I read this. Jesus Christ. Oh, she stopped. Okay. When you wake up, you're sitting propped up on a cheap futon in front of a large television. A rough approximation of a person does an elaborate series of controlled falls, culminating in what you can always describe as Skateboarding for a-holes. On your left, Dave exits in a quantum state that is both somehow sitting and laying down, but also neither. With the precision of a Swiss watch hander, he deftly presses a series of buttons that makes the awful Polygon Man on the screen T-pose and fall face forward into the ground. Seconds later, his skateboard flops helplessly next to him. He doesn't look away from the screen as he speaks. So, I guess you lived. It's not that I'm invested, but John might be sad. Classic John. You try and emulate his incredibly casual body language as you slide your body down the futon. Your legs already barely reach the ground. Haha, yeah, that guy's a dork, but I taught him everything he knows. You ask him if he taught him how to be a dork. You affect a completely uninterested face as though the sickness of your third-degree burn is not the single most exciting moment of your entire life. God damn. Oh yes, Dave, get it! Owned in my own home. Owned within an inch of my life. I'm on the edge of reaching out that hand of friendship and this chucklehead long live the king's me. Thousands of gazelles trample. Is he rapping? What is happening? Thousands of gazelles trample my useless body as Jonathan Taylor Thomas's persona watches on. Who will raise Simba now? Who's going to teach him about combat? Philosophy. Life. By the way, I put your nasty sweatshirt in the shower. His freaking hand motions. Bro, I'm gonna save the game. Oh, I almost pressed quit. I'm gonna ask the shower because that's weird. What, the shower? Yeah, it smelled, so I tossed it in there. Ran the hot water. You can thank me later. Won't someone need that? You don't want to put anyone out. What? You've already taken up so much of their hospitality. Also, you don't think that's how you're supposed to wash clothes. Well, obviously. Nah, my bro's out for a while. It happens sometimes. Probably puppet related. He avoids the laundry minefield by opting for the nuclear option. Though you guess that makes sense. How? There are a lot of puppets around, which strikes you as extremely normal and reasonable and not even a little whack. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, puppets rule. End of story. Dang, close the book on that one. Time for Betty Bye Kid. Little man about to get his 8 to 10 on, snug as a bug in a friggin' rug. Tuck the F in tight as can be on his way to Slumberland. Nemo who? Never heard of him. Dang, hold on. He sits up to fish something out of his pocket. Ah! A palm hook. A phone. What? He gets a phone from his pocket. You're not sure what you were thinking. As a perfectly normal human being from a 100% real and tangible Earth, you know what a cell phone is. What is that? A first gen? Yikes. What is this Pokemon first gen? He ignores your jab and you pretend not to be reading over his shoulder, though it probably could not be more obvious that you are. Oh, we gotta go back to John. Hi, did you meet the mailman? My guy, we have gone over this time and time again. How do I put this in terms you can understand? Have you ever met a mailman in your life? Even in that dang Costner flick, you love the dude has the decency to at least wear the outfit. Haha, I knew you watched it. No, I'd never waste my precious time watching even a single one of the Z-list garbage you try to wreck me. I'm just stating stone cold facts. Bro, these kids are so rude. Every time, man, every time. They have company over, but instead they go and text their other friends. What? Okay. I just read an outline and browsed a few review sites to see what people were saying. I don't know. It sounds like what? It sounds like that probably took a lot more time and effort than just watching the movie itself. What I'm saying is that this isn't a mailman. I don't even think this person is a person. You have thrust a person's styled entity into my life under the alluring guise of parcel delivery. Which, if I'm understanding right, this clown isn't even very good at on account of how bad they bungled the only delivery that mattered. At least Lalonde had the good sense to be skeptical of this absolute freaking tomfoolery. Don't be trash, the mailman is cool. John, I cannot stress this enough. You wouldn't know cool if it bit you right in the butt. Can you imagine? No. The dopest person you've ever met chomping away, just really getting up in there, ice cold and ear deep in a king's feast of booty. What the hell are you talking about? Try to keep up, Egbert. This will be on the quiz. He looks uncharacteristically startled as he glances back in your direction, to find you only a few inches away, adamantly reading his private conversation with a friend. He's like, back off, dude. Jesus Christ, you're like a cat. How? How much of that did you see? You definitely didn't see him having a playfully flirtatious chat. What? With a longtime friend, if that's what he's asking you. Excuse me? Huh? He's like, come on. Dave desperately tries to refocus on his game hijinks. He makes his character, who you can see he has named Tony Cock. What? Do what could be described as some insane flips and junk. Masterful. There's nothing at all flirtatious about two bros discussing eating each other. Just being straight as two arrows who are also straight. Dave, did you just call yourself straight? I mean, I know you're only 13 in this, but come on, man. I mean, how would that even work? It wouldn't, that's how. That's all there really is to say about that. You reassure him that it is okay to be honest about his feelings. What? You think he has feelings for John? That's so weird. You're not here to judge him. John seems very nice. They will be cute together. No. I don't ship it, bro. Together? Like how? No, don't tell me. I actually don't give even a single anything about this line of thought. You might not have picked this up, but I'm definitely 100% not a homosexual. Ha 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 ha. Pretty much crawling in moist, voluptuous hose on the regular. Wait, hoes are real? Hell yeah, hoes are real. And they're what? Dang, it's like I gotta start at square one with this hapeless trash. What school do you go to? Who needs school in 2019, Dave? The utter astonishment you feel at this earth-shattering revelation sends your consciousness for a spin, but you manage to steer yourself. This isn't your first tough customer. You tell Dave that hose is a gender-neutral term. Why do you want to mess with him? Anyone can be a hoe if they believe in themselves. Hoe-like behavior knows no limits, no master. Despite just learning they were real mere moments ago, you are confident that to be a hoe is to be free. Oh? That's pretty dope, I guess. It's not. It's not like I've never thought of it. I mean, for the ironic payoff, obviously. Can you imagine the look on his face? His best bro coming up to him with some dire news. I look at him, eyes red with tears, as I put a hand on his shoulders and say, John, not to alarm you, but I'm gay now. Your clueless trash wiles have finally won me over. No, that sucks. Oh, what? Bye. His speech has become even quicker than normal as he stands and paces frantically around the apartment, completely abandoning his poor Tony. Aww. I mean, what? His face! Ah! And this is purely hypothetical. If I liked anyone, which I don't on the account of being too friggin' smooth to tie myself down, he would probably be another one of my friends. You don't know her. She's not around. She's not here. So that basically means I can't have a thing for John. Bro. What is going on here? Did I miss this in Homestuck when he had... What? What? I am so confused. I did not think he had feelings for John. Like, I've seen it, but I didn't think it was real. I thought it was fake news. Bro, make this the thumbnail right here. Take the screenshot, Alicia. Take it. Case closed. By unanimous decision, the jury finds in favor of the defendant. Me. It seems to you like he's got a lot to think about, and maybe this is a little too heavy for the first meeting. You already feel emotionally exhausted. Uh-huh. No freaking way, we're in this for the long haul, partner. We are entrenched in this. Oh, yes, I love it when he says that. You and me are fighting on the front lines of his He Isn't He World War One. Troops are spilling over the embankment, armed to the teeth with various literature and pamphlets. I'm already learning so much about myself. Oh, is that good? The enemy is at the gates of my sexuality, and our air support is nowhere to be seen. If I don't make it, tell my wife, or maybe husband, I died like I lived. Completely bothered in every conceivable way. This conversation train has not just gone off the rails, but it's crashing headfirst into the nearest village. Just some unsuspecting hamlet falling prey to this out-of-control ride. This is no longer a conversation you have a say in. You desperately look around the room for anything else to talk about. So, puppets, right? Oh, no. You fricked up, mailman. You open the floodgates of introspection. We are balls deep in the discourse waters, and there's nobody to blame but yourself. He stops pacing to look contemplative. He has a lot of expressions. His voice lowers to a mumble. Is he still talking to you? Does he still want to talk about this or not? It is nearly impossible to tell. Now, okay, hear me out. Do I have to come up with a gay name now, or can I still be Dave? What? I'm thinking Gave, but let's not kid ourselves. That's the amateur choice. Obviously, my full title will be Gabe Strider Dick Rider. Okay, that's enough. There has to be a better way than this. You are so tired. Bro, come on. No, this is quality content. Bro, that was a great ending to me, man. Come on. Come on, man. That was amazing content, bro. Come on. But okay. Fine. I guess we won't talk to Dave about his yaoi side. So we have to go back here, and he's like, I put your sweatshirt in the shower because I'm crazy, and I'm gonna be like, dope. 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 You are definitely the sort of person who says dope often and casually. You tell him dopely that you are a person who is not caught up in the small details of decorum or personal propriety. In fact, it doesn't bother you at all that he took your only worldly possessions and tossed them in a shower while you were unconscious. What's some light corpse looting among bros? Haha, okay. While it dries, you can wear one of my bros shirts. He usually has a fresh stash hidden in here. Dope, tight, sick. Nothing weird about hiding some shirts in the living room. Just gonna have a look-see. Holy, there were a lot of puppets in here. Yeah, dude, puppets own. Enough said. My bros got the market cornered on puppet-based endeavors. Backed up against the wall like a feral beast hissing for more plush-oriented content. Little guy's probably just scared. Just wants to protect its nest and mouth-to-mouth feed its babies only the choicest puppet smut for a reasonable fee. What does any of that even mean? You look back to Dave, but he's on his phone. Oh my god, not again. God damn, this is so cool actually. There is something weird about this whole setup that you can't just put your finger on. For one, you can't seem to find any secret shirts anywhere. It's all just puppets and plushes and DJ equipment. Oh my. Yeah, with my bro, you have to think of the potential for ironic payoff. That guy's always one step ahead. Just when you think you've got it figured out, it was all just some trap to make you think you got in his goat. But that goat is long gone. Makes you think maybe there was never a goat. Maybe it was some other barnyard animal all along. You've been duped into looking for a goat like some dumb a-hole. Or maybe the goat gets you really subvert the whole thing. What? What? You take a second to wonder if he is really using the term ironic correctly in this instance. By dictionary definition, yes, a goat getting you is the opposite of how the situation should go. Thank God you settled that. As you are about to reassure Dave that this joke tracks, you catch some movement in the corner of your eye. Was that a camera? It couldn't have possibly been a camera. Oh, nope, there it is again. There is a camera coming out of the ice dispenser. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, the memories. Remember when they played the Saw music in that one part? Oh yeah, I see the camera. Oh my god. All these hats, Jesus. It whirs softly as you approach, its mechanical eye trained on you. How long has this thing been watching? Is this Dave's? You lean in to take a closer look, but your foot catches on something. You fall flat on your face. Oh, Jesus. Dave seems too engrossed in the conversation he's having on his phone to pay much mind, occasionally mumbling something out loud a few times before presumably typing it out. You search for whatever it was that made you beef it so royally. You know, beef it, like fall down. That is a real phrase that humans say. That is a real phrase that humans say. I am a robot. A small tripwire stands taut a few inches off the ground. You must not have disturbed it enough to set off whatever contraption it's attached to, apparently. You should be happy because all this stuff, bro. Ooh, hella Jeff. Oh yeah, sometimes there's more of a psych out. You think, oh, frick me, I definitely beefed it, which is a phrase that is real. And you sit there waiting on bathed breath, prepared to be frick deep in velvetory Marioni. Marioni? What the heck? Marionette? E. Oompa doompa. And it never comes. You go the rest of your day just waiting for the payoff from your trash mistake, and it never comes. You wake up in cold sweats for weeks, yearning for a release out. Will never find you, and it hits you. You've been freaking bamboozled by the master yet again. There's no elaborate booby trap. No Rube Goldberg device set to enact a series of complicated shenanigans, ultimately resulting in being buried alive in Kermit the Frog's plush, ambiguous dong. Beautiful, really. Damn, bro, you live like this? I mean, yeah, I guess. Keeps me on my toes. Heels never even meet the ground. A prima ballerina with a head full of dreams and nothing to lose. God's gift applies, ripping a straight tasty tower in lair for my adoring fans. They go ape donkey, ape donkey for this sort of thing. But it's just another day in the life for dancer extraordinaire Dave Strider. Haven't fallen for a trout like that since I was a baby. He's rapping, isn't he? Trained. Real rookie mistake mailman looking tired, maybe drained. Oh my god, is he mumble rapping at you? This is the greatest day of your life. God, more plush A than a puppet lost and found. King Strider drops the illest fires, cause heavy is the crown. Rhyming puppet with puppet, called the puppet rhymes. Killing off ventriloquist, puppet on puppet crimes. He goes on like this for some time, with what could be described as bars of a similar caliber. The narrative focus shifts to your inner thoughts out of necessity because it turns out writing raps is really hard. He isn't exactly great. What? No, he's amazing. Well, you're not really a rap expert, despite what your social media opinions might imply. Unless you count Hatchet to Dance, which of course you do. What? Why wouldn't you? Wait. What? What does that even mean? Why did you think that? The whole scenario feels a little weird and familiar to you, like always. All these kids feel familiar to you. You learn something new about Dave, and you feel like you already sort of know it. You can't place it. Well, maybe because you already read all of Homestuck and you forgot about it. Despite having met Dave no less than an hour ago, something feels just slightly off about him. Something about his actions feels so performative in nature, like he's pantomiming in front of an audience. As Dave continues to rap, you remember that you are in front of an audience. You cast a glance over to the camera, but also to the hundreds of stuffed little creatures staring at you with their lifeless eye. And this year, Revelation, we check back in on Dave because I'm getting paid to write this, so I should probably make with the freaking jokes already. Excuse me? Master of my tool, I'm the ace. Hardware, got more hoes than the gardener. Yard care. Nice. The chaotic and surreal energy of this scene sends a shock of nervous energy down your spine. You feel alarmingly nude without the comfort and familiar warmth of your sweater. There is something about it that grounds you, something that feels like home. Shouldn't you already be warm in his house? I mean, really, the AC's like blasting or something, but yeah. Oh my god. Oh, the camera left. Dave concludes his masterpiece with an elaborate series of yas and ahs, just as you see the camera turn away from him ever so slightly to focus on something else before retreating back into the ice dispenser. It almost makes it look like a little bashful. That's kind of adorable, actually. What? Despite the fanfic you've written in your head about a cool kid and his new best robot friend, oh, the reality of the situation sets in. You have yet to make friends with this character, and it all has kind of felt surreal and weird to you. Maybe it's time to zap back and hard reset this continuity and to try again. What does that mean? Feels like I'm missing an important part of the puzzle here. Yeah, same here, Dave. Oh, did he read or hear that? How does this work exactly? Still don't know. Sometimes you just narrate what you're thinking. Exposed. Kind of a baller move. Why has nobody called you out on this before now? You put your hand on the counter to stabilize yourself, and your fingers brush up against something clandestinely polo. Just barely poking out from beneath a pile of discount plush nobodies is a neatly retail folded shirt. So you're telling me he heard all that, or what? Oh, we got another save, brothers. Okay, I guess we'll wear it. I don't know. Obviously, you're going. Oh, the camera's back. You are going to put the shirt on. You don't want to be the only one not wearing a cool shirt. Do you need some privacy? I'm not sure one layer of you ends and the other begins. Doubt the audience cares. What? The way he slid in there looking like a crazy person. Oh, you guess being on camera like this is kind of freaking whack, you say. So pointedly, your sprite even shows up on screen for a second. Yeah, that's right. We went all out for this one. You were wondering if there was a place here that wasn't under constant surveillance. Like, how does this kid take a poop in peace? You know, everyone's thinking it. What? Dope line of questioning that I'm sure the public at large is eager to know the answer to. But my room isn't wired up now. About to get you fired up, though. Men and Jerry's multiplying with me. Maybe not this second. Alright, damn. You accompany Dave down the hallway to his room. You hear the shower on as he passed the bathroom, and you peek in to see your hoodie and nice gown on the tile being uselessly wetted by a low pressure stream. Jesus. You're welcome, by the way. Okay, now we're going into the I don't even know what this is, honestly. I don't even know. Look at your boy Dave. Look at him going. Dave motions you to go in first, giving you the privacy you need to change into an extremely starched polo shirt and nothing else. This collar will not go down. This is absolutely what someone in 2009 would think is fresh as hell. You look around the room for a bit. There are so many things in here. This will be a 13-year-old's wet dream. But to you, it just seems a little much. It feels like this is a bunch of things someone thinks they should like. Let the fan art reflect that you've put on the shirt at this point. There isn't a mirror in here, but you can tell that this is someone out there's idea of a look. Oh my god. He pulled out the apple juice. The door opens and Dave is standing there, but not walking in. He leaned up against the door frame, sipping a juice. Where'd he get a juice? What the freak? Hallway juice, my guy. What? Hallway juice? What, you don't keep foodstuffs stashed around your house? What do you do when you get hungry? What? No, that's not it. You mean you usually just keep it in the fridge or whatever? Too obvious. Somebody help this useless clown. You assure Dave that you have met many clowns in your day, and only some of them are useless. Name one. You can't. Why did you say that? Clowns are awful. Everybody knows this. Guess he's got you there. You know, despite the overwhelmingly plush decor of the rest of the house, there is a distinct lack of puppets in here. Oh yeah, you're right. That's more my bros thing. Not that they aren't deliriously sick. Just a whole hospital ward full of the illest children you've ever seen. Each one more up the pup than the last. Up to pup? Yeah, pup. Like puppets. You're gonna be honest, it doesn't really seem like his heart's in it. How do you mean? Well, it's just that he doesn't really seem to be all into the puppets. Feels like a little more performative. Well, I guess I got my own stuff I'm into. Like, if I were to rank it 1 to 10, I'd say puppets are probably a solid 7. You got this kid on the ropes, just one more push. What? In fact, you'd even go as far as to say the puppet thing sort of sucks. It's extremely weird. The cameras, the hiding things like an animal, it all seems a little, you know, whack. For a while, he just seems to look at you almost as if he's sizing you up. There is a whoa, what? There is a long stretch where Dave doesn't break eye contact with you as he finishes his cute little juice and crumples it up. He takes an ambitious shot at the trash can and misses by about 7.5 feet. Damn, I could have sworn I had game. You're throwing me off, mailman. Yes, that is correct. You are a faithful employee of the Postal Service. I mean, I definitely believe you, but let's say I didn't. Let's say I had a cool friend who, even though they're too cool to care about details like this, they were a little skeptical of this whole situation. Maybe they'd want some proof you were who you said you were before they let you get any closer to their friends. Just throwing that hypothetical out there. What proof could he possibly need? I am a mailman. Say the oath. What? The oath. The mail oath. Look, the thing about that is, I mean, unless you aren't really a mailman. Behind his sunglasses, Dave's eyes shift ever so slightly to what you might describe in a less immediately harrowing situation as a moderately priced looking mall katana mounted to his wall. You realize that maybe now isn't the best time to come clean about your impeccable ruse. You can't believe you have managed to put yourself in mortal peril yet again. You wordlessly chuckle and shake your head. Oh, the situations you get yourself into. Ha ha. Dave, not the privy to your private thoughts for once, looks on. Why, of course you can recite the mailman oath. You say with the confidence that is as misplaced as it is unfounded. You perk up. Now it is your time to shine. Maybe it's the pop's collar, but you are feeling good about this one. You got this. You have lied to tons of kids. One more and it will be smooth sailing from here on out. You open your mouth and there is a brief moment where everything feels like it is going to be okay. You immediately start sobbing and crumple into the disgusting mess on the floor. Oh, dang. Oh, wow, okay. Jesus Christ. You're not a real mailman. You never were. You don't even have a real mailman outfit. You're a fraud. You don't even know how to use stamps. Ah! Oh my god. Jesus, just okay. It's gonna be alright there. Dave squats down next to your deflated body and pats you a little awkwardly on what he assumes is your shoulder. You say you're sorry you tricked him. You just wanted to impress him because John said he was so cool. It's fine, I guess. Dang, dude. Get a hold of yourself. He tries to get up, but you are desperately clinging to his shirt, confessing everything. Confessing the made up crimes you didn't even commit. Look, my guy. We, uh, we all make mistakes. Please stop whatever this is. I'm pretty sure you are harmless, and I don't think you actually killed anyone with your butt, or were ever an accessory to burning down an alien mall, or whatever insane stuff you just said. Yeah, you kind of got caught up in the moment and just started saying made up stuff. You asked Dave if he's mad at you. Nah, dude. Get up. Dave helps you back onto your feet. Get out my house. You come clean in only slightly more controlled and dignified way this time. You explain how there are these huge gaps in your memory and that you somehow ended up with these abilities that let you traverse space, time, and sometimes even reality itself. Dave doesn't say much for a change, and it doesn't seem like he's listening at first, but you think maybe he just has one of those faces. Well, let me get this straight. One day you just appeared in a suburb. No memories except that you have some mysterious teleportation power. You dig through some unsuspecting chunks of mail looking for clues, and through some ridiculous universal happenstance, you just so happen to stumble upon the most gullible freaking dork in the universe. Befriend him. Also, I'm there via text. Egbert gives you a list of friends to visit out of all the choices available to you, myself included, and you go see Rose first. Rose freaking Lalonde. Even though we built up such a good rapport when I told John you were a real mailman. Called it, by the way. Your first instinct is to visit the most heavy-handed of all of us for some light kinship. A power move, I guess. Mailman out here wave dashing for friendship. Can't even spare a neutral, a 4-0 Strider, huh? Won't even back into the corner and spam me range attack for the D-man. A tragedy in 2 acts. Both acts are titled Betrayal. You definitely understand what is being said and absolutely don't have to ask your friends what some cool video game words are. You are 100% not pulling the boldest, how do you do, fellow kids? Bro, they trying to say something the world has ever seen. Besides, is that really the thing to be focusing on right now? You freaking moon me, mailman. Of course it is. Nothing is more important to me than this. They say that most humans only use 10% of their brain. That's because I'm using 90% of it to think, how dare you. So anyway, you can really go anywhere. See anybody you want. Sounds nice. For all but a moment, the act drops and you see the corners of his mouth tighten a little. The fading afternoon light filters through his sunglasses at just enough of an angle to see his eyes shift ever so slightly towards the window. These subtle movements would surely be lost on most. If you weren't so focused on trying to read him, or even just slightly further away, you may have missed it yourself. There is almost a loneliness in his voice. It must be hard to live here by yourself, so far away from the people who care about you. It's possible that you have been so focused on trying to blindly make friends that you've forgotten that in front of you is a real living person. You can't help but wonder if there is something you can do. Bro, you can teleport them all to each other. It's simple. You said you can take people with you, right? Yeah, yeah. Like, if you could just teleport John around, would that work with anybody? This is it. Yeah, man. The path to this kid's heart is as clear as day. Frick, what you said just now. That friendship juice is just so close you can practically friggin' taste it. Yeah, man, just bring John here. It'd be so cool. You try not to look excited, affecting Dave's cool persona as you say, "Frick yeah, you can take people with you." You scope out your fingernails because for some reason that is what you do when you're acting cool. This works to the full extent it can coming from someone who not but 7 minutes and 32 seconds earlier was rolling around on the floor damp with their own tears. Did he have some place in mind? Yeah, I mean, I got some ideas I could bounce off you, I guess. How do you feel about... Shh, 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 shh. With a swift finger to his mouth, you cut him off. He doesn't seem like that very much. What? Oh, to like it. But you still consider it a successful maneuver. There's no need for words between friends. You know just where he wants to go. Don't make me choose. Just think really hard about it. Think about where you want to be, Dave. Think about what is important to you. Think about what you really want. It will be more magical this way. Friendship is magic after all, like My Little Pony. You just made that up right now. Don't look it up. Oh, really? I know where it's from, man. Damn, guess that's true. He closes his eyes and you put a hand on his shoulder. This is it. Oh my god, go to John's house, fool. Putting your trust in the magic of friendship, you focus his power externally as much as you are able. Flashes of distant but somehow familiar imagery course through you. The quiet stillness of the suburbs, the smell of the forest, the heat of an apartment roof, the ocean breeze. You extend it outwards as much as you are able. This is his rodeo. You are merely the... he... oh... Bro, where we at, though? What the freak? Oh, yes! The two of you stand near a sign that says, "Please wait to be seated." A very cheery hostess has a brief exchange with Dave and ushers the two of you to an open table. Oh, hell freaking yes. There's no mistaking it. About to get my mother freaking breadstick on. Are we at Olive Garden? Yeah! This is absolutely an Olive Garden. Come on down to the Olive Garden to get your free breadsticks. Freak yeah, it is. Well, that's just so weird. When you're here, your family, dog. What is wrong with him? While you're still new to this, you can't really seem to detect any irony in his voice. You thought for sure he'd want to go see his friends. You thought you had him figured out. First and last mistake, mailman. But you'll learn I'm a mystery. Got that history. Freak with the plot, my flow's so hot they leave you looking blistery. Racially ambiguous, my rhymes contiguous. At the OG with my homie where the breadsticks are continuous. You know what? Forget. You just let him go for a while. You don't even know if that last one rhymed, but forget. Freak everything. You aren't charmed by this little trash. What do you mean I love Dave? You lean back in your chair and just absorb it all, sitting in the worst restaurant imaginable with your new rapping teen friend while the other patrons do their best to ignore his incredible rhymes. This is cool. After a short while, Dave abruptly stops freestyling and you open your eyes. Oh, freak, you know what time it is. No, your sprite doesn't have a watch drawn on it. It's breadstick thirsty, no watch necessary. Oh, I love breadsticks. I never talk about it. This is a very real and hidden character trait that nobody knows about me. Yeah, I didn't know it either, man. Well, that sounds like a very real and hidden character trait that nobody ever knew about him. And we are certainly not finding this out now because of a series of seemingly unrelated events that possibly change the continuity of this universe, allowing these sort of otherwise narratively unimportant traits to shine through. Wow, he is really going to town on those breadsticks. Maybe this is all friendship needs to be. Spending some quality face time with a solid bro and just absolutely decimating some bottomless bottomless breadsticks at a bad chain Italian restaurant. Why don't y'all like Olive Garden? I mean, I haven't been there in a long time, but it's pretty good to me. Maybe the real lesson here is friendship doesn't have to be a grand gesture. or high adventure. Maybe they're real friends. I understand you were having a moment, but I am absolutely going to eat your breadsticks if you don't stop talking about what friendship means to you. Ha ha, yeah, man, whatever you want. Wow, it was amazing, bro. He's up there crying for the breadsticks. Good old Dave. Oh, that was an amazing chapter. 10 out of 10. Probably my favorite one so far. Well, that's because I really like Dave. He's like my second or third favorite Homestuck character. Number one is Dirk. But that is all we are doing today. And we'll just wait for Volume 4 to come out, which is probably going to be Jade Harley. I mean, who else would it be? So, peace out, friends.